another topic that I wanted to get into was about the home life, like the private home life of like parenting and all that. So it seems like this time when it comes to like the home life, the women are being like held with a higher expectation just because it used to be the man is the one that works in the office, and then the wife is the one that is like the housewife. Like she's the one that's cleaning, she's the one that is taking care of the kids, making sure the kids are being fed, and making sure you're cleaning the house, vacuuming, and all that stuff. So I was wondering, as far as like your personal experience, or you could be talking about just in general, do you feel like men are being given like a higher expectation to like have more involvement as far as things like going on in the home, or do you still feel like the woman for the most part still gets that big, like, I guess, to-do list of things to do at home?
I feel like I guess it just depends on who you talk to because I know different people have different like opinions on that. Um, but really, I feel like nowadays men are expected more to do more things around the house, which I think that makes sense because I mean, if you both work and you both pay bills, then you both should split, housework and work with children and stuff like that. And I know it's even, now if both the like a husband and a wife, they both work, sometimes still the wife is the one that's taking care of the children and doing all the housework, and sometimes the guy doesn't do anything. I mean, it's not like that for every case, but I have seen that quite a bit. So the women usually know a whole lot more with the children and stuff. So
You make a very good point. Like you said, nowadays, like both men and women are in the workforce. So like I said, it should be basically equal once you come home, that, the men and women should, should both take the same like responsibilities when it comes to taking care of the household and the children and the pets and all that. So I see you definitely make a good point. And I've definitely seen much more involvement just from personal experience. Like, well, maybe not in my house. Like, I think my mom, well, I have 10 siblings. So my mom was a housewife and stayed at home. So, a good bit. So she did like most, she did, what am I saying most? She did all of the work there at the house. She did like the cleaning and, made sure we had our baths when we were younger, and making sure we're dressed and put us to bed, and just cooking and all that. So, and then my dad would be the worker, and come home and just basically watch TV. So, so I guess from like my home experience, that's kind of what it's been. I mean, I'm sure my dad stepped up when he had to, but like for the most part, my mom took most of the responsibilities. But like as far as like my siblings, like I have seven of my siblings are married, and five of them, I have eight brothers and two sisters. So five of my brothers are married, and I feel like from what I hear, like I feel like they all help their wives, and what in any way that they need assistance with. So I guess I'm seeing, as the generation gets younger, I feel like there's more like involvement with the husband. I guess like maybe the older generation maybe still stuck to the traditional ways of having, yeah, the man providing and the wife, staying at home. So I'm definitely seeing a much more improvement in the home life, for men, just from the men that I know at least. So I mean, I could be wrong. I could be, not knowing. Unless, and also, like you said, it really depends on the home too. I just, as every home is different. Not every wife has a job. Some wives still stay at home. So, so that's definitely something to think about, and that actually does lead to my next question. Like I said, you're talking about how long ago men were the only ones that had jobs, whereas women just stayed home and did the home responsibilities as like a housewife. And as we know, times have changed daily, and the structure of the home has been changed to where like expectations have changed for the man and the woman in the household, and like what expectations are expected in each household. So I guess like in your opinion, like do you like if you were married and you had a husband and children, like would you still want to be in the workforce, or would you rather stick to the old traditional ways of just being at home as a yeah wait yeah would you rather be in the workforce, or would you rather stick to the old traditional ways of being at home as a housewife?
Well, at the moment, I would like to still be in the workforce, but then again, feelings change and stuff like that once you actually have children. Because I mean, I don't have any kids, but at the moment, I would love still to be in the workforce, even if I have children, just because it's taken me such a long time to get where I'm at and to get my degree. I don't want it to just be there and me not using it. So,
Yeah, that definitely is true. So yeah, you're going to school for a reason, and unless you have a purpose that you want to pursue and all that, so that definitely makes sense. So I like I definitely understand that a lot of women want to go after a job like that, which is amazing, and you definitely follow your dreams if you're a woman out there that is going to school, whether it's for teaching, nursing, anything like that. Definitely pursue that dream, and don't let a kid stop you. I mean, not like I mean, definitely have children if you want to have children, but at the same time, continue to pursue your dreams. So that's definitely important. But I guess for me, so yeah, like I feel like definitely overall men and women are equal and are capable of doing most things. And um listen, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I was about to lose my train of thought. but I think of course, like I was just thinking, like if I had a wife and children, and if she wanted to pursue a dream of like being at having a job and all that, like so I definitely would support that. But if I had a preference, I would prefer the traditional way, just because I love the idea of like working and providing for my family, and then coming home and like having my wife there, and then like having like my kids like, oh, dad's home, and stuff like that. So like just having that like pictured in my head, my mind could easily change and once I get married, but like as of right now, I just kind of love the idea of having a wife that stays at home, and but at the same time not making it so traditional to where she only like she's the only one that does like the work at home. Like I definitely would want to help out and like you know make that change as far as like not having her just be like a maid basically at the house
right.
keeping. So like I definitely in a way, I would love to have a wife to where like she wouldn't have to work if she didn't want to, but if she, well, of course, let me to revert that back because it is a job to be a housewife. Most definitely, you just don't get paid for it. So I see housewives, they're the cook, they're they're the house cleaning, housekeeping, and they wash dishes, and they do all kind of their mom, of course, first mom and wife, and stuff like that. So Liza definitely don't want to discredit housewives. So if you're a housewife out there, I highly respect you. So yeah, Liza, I think that's kind of like where I feel like as far as where I would want to have a wife that's more traditional. But if she wants to go out there and pursue a dream, I'm definitely not against that either. So I'm definitely all on board for either way.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely each woman's choice, because some women they want to stay home and that's totally fine. That's up to them. And some women they want to work, it's just wherever your interests lie. I mean, there's even some women that don't even want children. So, you know, sometimes that would be not even a part of the equation at all.
True, true. Yeah, like, so that is very, very good point that you have there. Because like, yeah, not everybody wants to, have children. And like I said, it just all depends on each woman's like preference on all of that. So as long as I feel like the man or the woman, as long as nobody's being like super lazy and like not doing nothing at all, I feel like, you can't go wrong. Like I said, as long as everybody's putting in their effort and like making it, at least trying to make it as 50-50 as possible, so like I said, it's that's definitely, I feel like, a little bit more successful than just having a wife as like a treating her as if she's like a worker for you, like the nanny or something like that. So, so I actually, a couple of minutes ago, I messed up on myself because I got a little bit too far ahead of myself. I was reading the answer to like the last question. So
Oh, that's
whenever I
okay.
was, so actually, yes, I'm down to actually the last question, which may not take as long, but I do have a little bit of opinion to this answer. But do you feel like men and women are equal in today's society?
I feel like they are to an extent. Like there's a lot of debate around it, and I know for like a long time, there's been like discussions about like equal pay gaps and stuff like that, where there's some women don't get equal pay, which in my industry, I've seen that most of the time men and women get paid the same, which sometimes men can make a little bit more money than we do just because they oftentimes get more business. Um, but I feel like that's just because a lot of times, if you're a hairdresser, most of your time your clients are going to be women. I mean, lots of men go to hairdressers, but a lot of times women do as well. And they usually like the opinion more of a man better than a woman when it comes to their hair. I don't know. It's some kind of like internal, like, not appreciation, but I guess like you like to hear that they like the way you look. So normally that's been like a thing where men usually do better in cosmetology than women do, but you know,
Yeah.
but there's not many men in our industry. I mean, there's a lot, but there's definitely not as many